Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
A loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 45 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On for the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Falcons 3. Lions nothing.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 29.
For Galladay, you take a look at the numbers from last week. 7 catches, 84 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens.
DeAndre Swift.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
31.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
DeAndre
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
DeAndre Swift, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Lions first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They will run with Singletary.
16-yard line.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
13-yard line.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
3rd down.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
The pass. Complete to DeAndre.
Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Matt Patricia here on 4th down, sending out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Jeff Okudah. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Intercepted by the Lions.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Lions 6, Falcons 3.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble. And you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
13, Falcons 3.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. up 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Taken down and sacked.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 11 now. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Gain of 7.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
the competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
15.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Complete.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the
9-yard line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
Falcons 6.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
At their own 20.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
At the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
To number 16.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Gano's kick is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Lions 16, Falcons 9.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz with a touchdown pass there. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. And Jones has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Lions.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 46.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A gain of
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. He'll get this one to Galladay.
The pass.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Falcons ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That's good.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
8-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now back to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
26-yard line.
Flushed out right.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard pickup.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
9 now. His throw caught at about the 5.
That's good.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Let's go. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Here's Singletary. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2nd and 3. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
The pass.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Devin Singletary.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Brings up second.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Swift,
the Lions on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Third down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear. First down, Singletary.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
the play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary.
The handoff to Devin Singletary.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 2. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
On first down, Singletary. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of